Come to your body, come to your practice. Decide if you want your camera on or off. And then just take a few breaths in and out through your nose. Yeah, Karina, move any way that you want to. We did this yesterday too. Just take a few wiggles, take the next few breaths to work anything out. If you have a home practice, just doing this at the beginning is actually a really great way to know what you need. Just feel what hurts, what feels loose, what feels tight. And then after you kind of shrug your shoulders a little bit and then come to center and then find your way onto your chair or onto the floor. And I was just talking the other day about there's three positions on your chair. You can be all the way forward, which is where we are when we're doing most of the work, the asana, the poses. There's a kind of a halfway back, which is a kind of alert place, which is where we usually do the breath work. And then there's all the way back where the back of where the chair is touching the back of your knees. So I'm at about the halfway point here while we're doing the breath work. And I also toe heel. I know you can't see my feet, but I toe heel my feet apart until they are hip width apart. My toes are facing straight forward. My shoulders are directly above my hips. And you will have to use a little energy to hold this pose. This is not a completely relaxed pose. If you want to be completely relaxed, you can lie back in the chair, you can lie back on the floor. It's totally fine. This is all just a suggestion. Just like every part of this practice is a suggestion. You all know you can just have a nap if you want. It's one of the somebody in the teacher training somewhere said, you know, what if people fall asleep while they're doing yoga? And the teacher said, well, most people will pay to take a nap. So you're providing an essential service. So if you just want to take a nap, go for it. I think my sister Lara said that. All right, welcome if you're new. This is chair yoga every day at 1. I don't call it quarantine yoga. Close your eyes. Soften your body and breathe in and out through your nose. My hands are on my upper legs here. Flip your palms so they face the ceiling. Smile a little bit with your cheekbones and your face, just a tiny bit. Corners of your mouth go up just a tiny bit. Just so that you have a little bit of a pleasant look on your face. It reflects right back into your body. That's a vagus nerve thing. It reflects right back into your nervous system. And take 3 more breaths, watching your breaths carefully. Feeling the breaths, smelling the breaths, using all your senses on your breath. Listening for your breath. Feel the touch of the cool air as it enters your nostrils. Feel the touch of your own body on the clothes and on the air around you as your body gets slightly bigger on your inhale and slightly smaller on your exhale. One more breath. Begin to deepen your breath now. Fill your whole rib cage with breath and then fill your whole belly with breath. Let's do some sips and sucker punches. We haven't done those for a while. So fill everything up. Fill your whole torso as big as you can get. And then take 3 more sips at the top. When you think you can't take any more, take 3 more little sips. You'll feel everything shift open. Suck it in, 1 more little sip. And then gently with control through your nose, exhale softly, long, smooth, all the way down. All the way to a full exhale. Everything's gone, everything's empty. Lungs are empty, belly's empty, belly button pulled back against your spine. And then when you're there, all the way out, 3 little punches to the belly. Exhale even more air 3 times. Sniff it out through your nose. And then with control. You can see there's some air hunger work here. Inhale slowly. All the way in, up, 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 up. Inflate the belly, the chest, the back body, the shoulders even. Really big. You can even come into a little bit of the emergency breath with the shoulders raised as big as you can. And then 3 tiny sips of air. Get even bigger. Stretch the tissue, the lungs, the fascia, tissue around the ribs. And then exhale slowly, slowly with control. This is diaphragm work right here. All the way down. Slow, not an emergency, very slow. See if you hear or feel any popping or cracking as you come down. This will move your ribs, move your spine all the way down, all the way out like a sponge. Wring it out, very, very small, and then 3 more sips of air out through your nose. And then you're so small that it hurts, and then inhale. Smoothly. This is the hardest breath to do and teach at the same time. Inhale big, big, bigger. When you're as big as you can, 3 little sips. And hold it there for a second, and then smooth, and not a big rush, like a nice slow trickle of air through your nose. Breath control, pranayama, all the way out. One more time through, exhale all the way out. All the way out, use your abs, use your belly muscles, everything. All those muscles we use doing sexy jellyfish, and then exhale 3 little sips through the nose. And all you want to do now is breathe and do it slowly. Nice and slow, like a little river, like a brook coming in through your nostrils. All the way up to the biggest possible balloon you can possibly get. Blow up, 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 up. Take 3 more sips of air. Hold. Count. We're going to exhale with a ha breath and a forward fold. Extend your legs in front of you. Exhale, ha. Take a few relaxed, normal breaths. Notice any extra elasticity in the tissues. And see if your breath is easier. Notice the beating of your heart. And then very gently come up. And let's do a little bit of myofascial release for the feet before we even get started so that we can think about the feet while we practice. So I'm going to come all the way back. Let's actually start with your strap. If you have a strap, you don't have to have a strap. You can just hold behind the knee, straighten your foot out. And the strap is just around the ball of the foot or sort of the middle of the foot. You want to be able to pivot over top of the strap. And make sure that your shoulders are back and so that you're not sort of hunched forward like this, that you're up like this, long spine. And now point and flex. Same thing if you're holding your leg. Point and flex. You can lift your strap up a little bit to resist the pointing if you like. Point and flex. One more. Point and really flex. And now circles. You can do circles with the strap. Circles in one direction and in the other direction. Resist with the strap. The strap creates a little bit of resistance. If you don't have a strap, then you're just doing it in the air. Last one. Release that foot to the floor. I'm going to make my strap a little longer. Other foot in the air. Pull your shoulders back, pull your belly button in, lengthen your spine, and point or floint. Doesn't have to be a full point. Flex. You can Barbie point, so push the ball of your foot towards your device and flex and point or floint and flex. Try and spread your toes. Spread your toes, point and flex. All these tiny little muscles in our feet. My teacher Chris, okay, go do some circles in one direction. My teacher Chris does pinky toe push-ups. So she puts a little weight against her pinky toe and she does little push-ups to increase. There's tiny, tiny little muscles, so many of them in the foot, and they're so neglected. And they're there for a reason, to allow us to run over uneven surfaces. Okay, last breath, release your foot. Shake the feet out a little bit. I have really sore feet today. I don't know why. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do footwork. Okay, we're gonna do short foot, but first let's roll through. So you can be on the floor, or on the chair, I mean, and still roll through, but I think it's more effective standing up. So if you're standing up, the heel of your foot is on the floor and the ball of your foot is on top of your ball. If you don't have a ball, you're just massaging the bottom of your foot for this part. Also very effective. So the ball is underneath the that half moon shaped part of your foot, and you're windshield wipering back and forth. And then run the ball along the underneath of your arch towards your heel, just a couple of times. I usually do this slower for a lot longer, but we're kind of gonna move ahead today. Put the ball of your foot down and just roll the ball on your heel a little bit for tired heels. And then switch sides. So again, heels on the floor. Flop your foot over top of that ball, like a gorilla kind of, like a gorilla paw. And then windshield wiper side to side. It can feel really good. It can also feel really bad if you're not used to this, so go slow. And then roll through the arch of your foot a couple of times. This feels really good to me. I know that I have not done this enough lately, and I've also been running. So when I run, I always have to do more footwork. Through the foot, roll out your heel a little bit. And that's a yoga snack. You can do that anytime you want. You can even do that sitting down, as we just proved. And now let's do short foot. I think we did short foot last week. We did short foot with the ball, but we'll do it without the ball. If you remember how to do it with the ball and you like that better, you can. But pure plain old short foot is just spreading the toes, spread your foot on the floor, and then grab the floor and try to pull your toes towards your heels and crinkle up the floor underneath your foot. So crinkle up the floor as if there's a carpet. If you actually have a carpet, you can try that. You can actually put, or a yoga mat works really well. Spread your foot out over the yoga mat and then squeeze your toes back towards your heels. Lift your instep so you eventually end up with what we call a baby foot. So I'm spreading my foot and I'm squeezing back. I'm lifting the arch of my foot. I'm lifting, 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 lifting. And then you eventually, it's hard work, and you eventually end up like this, like a baby foot. That's a foot that, if you look at a baby, they have this nice rounded foot. So that's one foot. And we'll do short foot on the other side. Spread your toes. And don't be discouraged if you have trouble spreading your toes. It takes a long time to practice that, but it totally comes if you concentrate on it. So spread your feet as much as you can on the floor, and then grab the floor and pull the floor back towards your heel. I always get cramps in my left foot when I do this. Pull, pull, pull until you get to baby foot. And then spread your toes out, put the weight back on the foot, and then squeeze your toes back towards your heel. Squish up the floor underneath you. Get all kinds of unfamiliar sensations in your foot. If you just Google short foot or type short foot into Instagram, you'll see all kinds of ways to do it, all sorts of different variations. Spread your toes one last time. This is such a yoga snack. You can do this. You can even do this inside your shoes. Nobody even knows you're doing it. It's like Kegels. Okay, squeeze, 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 short foot. Make your foot short. Lift your instep. Find your baby foot. And then come back to seated. Take your time if you want to do a little bit more. I'm going to come back to seated and just kick out my feet a little bit. Maybe take a massage on each side. Rotate the toes. Grab hold of your foot. Do a couple of rotations in both directions. Remember that thing that we do where we interlace our fingers through our toes? You can do that too. That gives you that widening. That's how you practice. That's one of the ways you practice spreading your toes, is interlacing your fingers. If you can only interlace one or two fingers, that's totally fine. Do that on both sides. Little massage. Stretch your foot with your hands. Interlace your fingers. Find your massage and find your circles. Okay, so we have new feet. Let's come into our sun salute with those new feet. So just finish up, take your time, and then come to seated. Knees are hip width apart. Feet are directly underneath your knees. I'm about halfway forward on the chair, and toes are facing directly towards the device. So if you imagine that your hips are like car headlights and your knees are kind of like the beam, and then you look down at your toes, they're all facing in the same direction. This is really good alignment and a really good thing to practice and know where you are. You don't have to be like this all the time. Of course, you can sit like this or however you want, but it's just nice to know where proper alignment is. Lift your toes, settle them onto the floor, and take a breath. Taking a soft breath in proper alignment with low shoulders resets you, just educating the body, educating the fascia about where neutral is. Neutral is not up here with the shoulders up near your ears, as we know. And neutral is not with your foot gripping the floor, as we know. It takes practice to find this soft but strong posture. Okay, we'll do 4 sun salutes today because we're getting faster at the sun salutes. I'll do the first one with my knees bent. I encourage you to try all 4 different varieties. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. The first one is really good for a warm-up. Inhale, long spine. They're all really good for your back muscles. Exhale, fold. The second one gives you more of a stretch in the back of your leg. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, come to neutral. What did I do wrong there? Oh yeah, inhale. Belly button forward. Exhale, belly button back. Inhale, left knee up. I was thinking I probably taught this like 175 times. And I've made at least 20 mistakes. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, extend your legs or bring them back to bend if you like, and fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Learning to move smoothly and effortlessly on the breath. That is the gift of the sun salute. Other side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Belly hangs between your legs. Back of your head is soft. And then inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, curl. You can make these movements smaller if you like. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, come to neutral. It's our little rest. Hands on the knees. Inhale, belly forward. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, belly back. Also lengthening the spine in the other direction. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, forehead towards knee. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, knees bent or knees straight, your choice. Where are your toes pointing? Inhale, long spine, use your arm muscles. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, neutral. Beautiful. Extend your legs for version 2. Flex your feet for more stretch at the back of the legs. Point your feet for more stretch in the front. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, long spine. Reach your chest towards the device. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right knee. Bright chest, proud chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Crown of your head, top of your head towards the ceiling. Exhale, little rest. Inhale, cow pose. Bare your throat here. Stretch your thyroid and thymus. Exhale, back. Protect your throat. Inhale, long spine. Interlace your fingers, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Up and forward fold. How's that feeling now, that forward fold? Now that you've been doing it for a long time, is it getting a little easier? You're getting a little deeper, a little less creaky. Inhale, overhead. I know that I am. I've had very specific changes in my body, and I already do a lot of yoga. Here we go. Other side, left side. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Ripple forward, long movement. Inhale, ripple up. Long spine. Left knee up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, long. Exhale. Feet can be knee width or hip width apart. Inhale. Dump your belly forward. Stretch the front body. Exhale. Pull back. Stretch the back body. Smoothly. Inhale, traction. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward we go. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, ripple forward. Smooth movement along the spine. Getting that soft, strong paraspinal muscles. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. Third variation. I love my new method of zooming around. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long. Long spine, that's the focus there. Use your belly muscles for that. Exhale, fold. If you're staying with the first variation, inhale your right knee up. Otherwise, turn right. Extend your left leg behind you. Deep inhale. Exhale, drop down. Use your chair for support, either under your bum cheek or under your hand. Inhale, long spine. Here's the tricky part, a little different. Leave your right knee where it is. Open your left knee, hands to knees. Inhale, belly forward. Exhale, belly back. If you're doing seated, left knee comes up, or turn left. Extend your right leg behind you. Find that lunge. Deeply inhale. Deeply exhale, sink down. Deeply inhale, extend from the back heel to the crown of the head as if someone's pulling a string. And then turn, extend your legs a little bit wider, maybe exhale, fold. Every time you change the angle of your legs in forward fold, changes ever so slightly and subtly, I can never say that word. Exhale, fold, the stretch in your hips. Inhale up, use your belly. Exhale, neutral. My toes are very spread right now. Are yours? Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine, use your hands, pull your shoulder blades down your back, and then exhale, fold. If you're doing the conventional chair one, left knee up, otherwise turn to your left. Extend your right leg long, push into your heel and drop down on your exhale. Inhale, this is really benefiting my psoas muscles. Inhale long. I hope it is benefiting yours. Turn sideways, leave your legs apart. Hands on your knees. I'm also really feeling this in my adductors, the muscles between my legs. Inhale forward. Exhale back. If you're seated, right knee up. Otherwise, turn right. Extend your left knee behind you. Push into your heel. Deeply inhale. Deeply exhale, drop down, left psoas, long, long, long. Best psoas stretch there is. Actually, it's the second best. The first one you need a massage table for. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Turn, extend, fold, exhale. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. Standing version. Remember yesterday, I did a little version where I had my chair in front of me if you want to try the standing version, but you're not ready for just doing it in the middle of the room. Take a deep inhale overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Right knee up or step it back. Exhale, down. Inhale, long. Exhale, neutral pose, downward facing dog if you're on the floor. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, ripple back. In the chair, left knee up, on the floor, right knee forward. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold for everyone. If you're on the floor, step your left leg forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, neutral. That's one side. We're moving through. Second side, left side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. It's especially obvious here when you're standing that you push into your legs and then exhale, fold. Inhale, left knee in or step the left foot back. Exhale, drop down. Big long psoas stretch, big inhale. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Hips are up, knees can be bent here. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, ripple back. On the floor, we're moving the left foot. On the couch, we're moving the right. Inhale, forward. Exhale, drop down. Big inhale, last lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, neutral. Take a breath here. Come to mountain pose, whether you're in the chair or whether you're standing. Take a break. Let's move to tree pose. So tree pose is a foot pose. I'm going to do it with my chair as balance. You can do it in the chair if you like. It's not as effective. Tree is a balancing pose. So let's come to standing beside the chair with your hand on the chair and lift your outside leg up so that your foot is against your leg. And it doesn't have to be high. Sometimes I think it's better if it's low, but what's nice is if it's really open. So open your knee away. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Open your eyes and look at a spot 3 or 4 feet ahead of you just on the floor, and then release your chair if you want to. And this is where you'll start to feel that it's a foot pose and you'll get the wiggles in your right foot. Keep looking at that spot, breathing deeply and compensating with wiggles in your right foot. That's what you want your right foot to be doing. You want your right ankle to be wiggle, 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 wiggle. If it's not wiggling, if you're solid as a rock here, close your eyes. If you need your chair, it's right there beside you. Just keep coming back to your balance. One more breath. Release the pose, shake out your legs, and then take that outer leg over the inner leg. We do this a lot. It's a nice IT band stretch. Push your hip away from your chair. I don't care which side you're doing, just push the hip away from the chair. Outside foot goes over the inside foot, and then push. And then if you like, if you don't want to use a chair, you can bring your other arm up beside and, whoa, interlace. Keep your eyes open for that. Interlace. Take a side bend. Deeply breathe. Come on out. Step around to the other side of the chair. Take a breath. Find your spot on the floor. Put your weight on the inside leg, the leg that's closest to the chair. Spread your toes first. Turn your outside knee out and bring your outside foot to your leg. So this is enough for me. I don't have to go any higher than this because my knee's quite far out. So I'm getting a big wrapping in my hip. In fact, I get a little cramp, so I have to actually work out my hip, and then I come to tree pose and stack everything nice and high. Once again, that pulling sensation on the top of my head. And then I practice my balance. I release the chair. I look at that spot on the floor. I breathe deeply. My ankle is going like this. That's what we want. If you want a little extra challenge, you can lift your leg up a little higher or close your eyes. Remember, your chair is there beside you. Don't close your eyes until you put your hand on your chair, just for safety. Then you can remove your hand again. Practice here. This is tree pose, Virgasana. A few more breaths of tree pose. You can also, of course, do this on the wall. And then release. Open your eyes if you've got them closed. Work out your outside hip a little bit, and then cross your outside foot over your inside foot. So your outside foot comes closer to the chair. Now push your hips away from the chair, lift your outside arm, and take a nice bend into your outside hip and your IT band. Deepen your breath. You can even look up underneath your armpit. If you want the full pose, interlace your fingers. Deeply breathe. Last breath. How many of your toes can you have on the floor here? Can you get all 10? It's hard to get all 10. Come back to center. Wiggle it all out. Come back to your chair. Bring one foot up onto your knee. We did this very last pose yesterday. We'll do it a little bit different today. Interlace your fingers into your toes, or just grab onto your toes somewhere. And then take your hand on your knee and just butterfly it a little bit. Butterfly it gently. Getting into the hip a little bit. Take a few circles with your foot as we did at the beginning of practice. And now let's take a fold. Exhale, fold. So fold down until you feel a tug in your hip. And then if you like, as an extra, you can begin to move your upper body side to side. You're still down in the fold. And it's a very small movement, just moving a little bit side to side. Move over your foot, move over your knee. Almost like a speedometer. Your body's like a speedometer, moving from one side to the other. And then gently come up, and then let your foot knee go over the other one as if you're sitting on a park bench. And just sit on the park bench for a second. Inhale, long back. And we're going to twist away from the foot that's in front. So inhale your arms overhead. And twist away from your front foot. Just grab onto your knees of the chair and the chair. Make sure your spine is long, and take a deep inhale to lengthen and a deep exhale to stretch. One more deep inhale. Exhale, twist and wring it out. Let your fascia and your muscles bring you back to center. Shake out that leg. Place that leg on the ground, that foot on the ground. Take the other foot up and over. Interlace your fingers. Take a few rotations, both directions. We've already done this, so that should be pretty fast. And then butterfly your knee a little bit, and just notice it feels very different from me, from one side to the other. Butterfly just a bit, and then take a little fold. Bring your upper body forward just a bit. Close your eyes. You have one hand on your foot and one hand on your knee. And then your body starts going from side to side, just small. It's like a 2-inch movement, not even two. Very small, moving your chest towards your hand or towards your knee, and then moving it towards your foot. So back and forth, just a tiny bit, getting deeply into different tissues of the hip joint here. And then just let your knee go over top. Interlace your fingers in front as if you're sitting, listening to someone talking, very interested and fascinated. Lift your spine, activate your belly, and then inhale your arms overhead. Try doing this next time you're in a conversation with somebody. Exhale, twist. One more, just one more here. Make it count. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, really twist here. And then let your body make its own way back. Uncross, shake out your leg. Extend your legs in front. And take a gentle forward fold. Can you find some softness here? Soften your shoulders and the big muscles of your back. Soften your feet. Soften the muscles of your legs. Gently begin to move your way up, continuing to soften. Work your way to the back of your chair so that you feel the edge of your chair under your knees. Turn your palms to face up, but keep that softening process. Exhale, soften your jaw. Soften your face. Soften your pelvis and your shoulders. Check in with your palms. Make sure they're soft as well. Make sure your fingertips are soft. How about your forehead? Get a sense of your